I have an idea. Why don't we get the bracers to help? Oh yeah, that'd be a huge help right about now. Alright, that's pretty cool. Having the bracers, like, help out at the very end. Neat. What are you even thinking, Bannings? If we bring the bracers in, the CPD's widespread corruption would be completely exposed. I don't think there's any avoiding that. It's simply a price the police force will have to pay. It's our own fault anyway. We've known about this corruption for a long time, but have continually looked the other way. Wouldn't it be best to accept the shame now, so we can begin moving forward? It's true. Running over the department's pride will only cost us more time. Time those missing people may not have. Not only that, but we still don't have a damn clue what the Mafia's main objective is. We can't afford to stand here fretting over reputations any longer. We need to act. So these are the kinds of people Sega gathered for his team. Very well, I'll leave you all in charge of contacting the guild. I'll go and secure the First Division's help behind the top brass's backs. With any luck, I may even be able to enlist help from the Second Division. It does. Thank you. I appreciate you giving us a chance. Don't misunderstand me. It just so happens we have no other choice in these circumstances. More importantly, Bannings, what do you plan to do with that badge? Damaged CPD badge. Really think that that's your brother's? Yeah, I'm almost positive it is. You might recognize it too, Tio. Yes. I imagine it was damaged during one of the raids in the cult lodges. He told me it was his badge of honor. I see. No wonder he never seemed interested in exchanging it for a new one, no matter how many times I told him to. Dudley, you and my brother worked together, right? After Guy transferred to the First Division? Yes, we did. To be frank, he fit in with the rest of the First Division about as well as oil and water. Overbearing and reckless, always acting independently, he stood out like a sore thumb. He hardly cooperated with anyone, especially me, who were constantly at odds during every case. However, everyone in the First Division acknowledged him for the excellent detective he was, myself included, of course. Dudley. When he was killed in the line of duty, it hit all of us in the First Division much harder than we could ever have imagined. Although we never really saw eye to eye with Guy, I think there was a part of us that depended on his rashness, his willingness to jump into action. We all desperately searched for any leads to his killer, but in the end we were left empty-handed. Sorry, Bannings, for everything you had to go through. Hold on, Dudley, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have gone off on that investigation alone in the first place. You guys did everything you could to solve his murder. That's more than enough for me. I see. However, after all this time, we're on the verge of a breakthrough. We finally have a lead on who the culprit is. Though we had our suspicions 3 years ago, we didn't have a solid lead until now. With this, you might be able to finally settle your brother's old score for... No, I'll worry about my brother later. We got a mountain of pressing issues to handle right in front of us already. I'll worry about Guy once we've solved these. Thank you, Lloyd. Oh, Lloyd, you really can't help but put others before yourself, can you? That's just Lloyd for you. Very well, Bannings. We will have our tasks, then let's see to them. After all, we can't let that annoyingly optimistic brother of yours outdo us, can we? Right. Hey! Finally, Chapter 4's end. Rank 5? Rank 5! Got the Grail Locket. That prevents all status ailments, I think? Holy cow, we're getting a lot. Yeah, save up. Alright, final chapter. We are gonna make some progress in this final chapter today. Hopefully, I'm betting 2 streams we can get the game done. I hope. We'll see what happens. We have a little bit more time, though, to get progress in this day. The same day, 2:40 p.m. Oh, is this Ren? Oh, interesting. So they finally made it that far, have they? There's Kitty. It seems everyone has received their invitations now. With this, I believe everything is prepared. Everything is prepared for the party. What, is Ren the, Nah, there's no way. Who shall uncover the demon's identity first? Estelle or Joshua, or will it be the special support section? Ren clearly has a hand in this, though. Or perhaps it will be... Why all the questions? We both know you've already seen how things will play out. Am I supposed to know this, dude? Because I don't. Me? Oh no, I'm not so overconfident as to claim I could see the future. All I see are the threads that make up the tangled web of fate. I can't help but be curious as to what kind of tapestry all these intertwining destinies will weave here in this land called Crossbell. That is all, dear Meister. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, this is, Jorg, or however you say his name. You say so. I have no idea what the Mafia and that cult are planning, but I imagine things are going to get unruly. I suppose we reap what we sow. Perhaps this is retribution. Yes, I suppose one might say this is a retribution for all the sin that has accumulated in that vast grey city. And here I was certain that the Society was involved in all this. Well, Crossbow's a neutral zone between Ouroboros and the Septian Church. The Pope prohibits the Knights from taking action here, and the Grand Master doesn't dispatch any enforcers to the area. Or so they claim anyway, at least not yet. I always thought your studio was rather dubious. However, I never imagined you'd go so far as to craft your own system that can remotely interfere with Crossbow's orbital network. Thanks for that, by the way. I've had a truly wonderful time playing with it. If it was of use to you, then I suppose my efforts were worth it. When that man coerced me to cooperate, I nearly destroyed it out of spite. I see that your strange relationship with the professor hasn't improved in the slightest. Head of the 13 factories in Ouroboros' 6th Anguis, Professor Novartis. Why is he so interested in the Epstein Foundation's orbital network trial runs anyway? He's already got his astral code. It's useless to try and figure out what that man is thinking. He was probably intending to use it for some confounded plan of his. It is that fool thinking, giving away test models so haphazardly. You're referring to that red arcadism that the SSS fought, correct? From what I've seen on the terminal, it seemed like quite the machine. You'd think that, but it certainly had its issues with situational awareness and apt decision-making. It seems it doesn't quite match up to your partner. I'm certain the professor has realized I'm staying here by now, hasn't he? Putting me aside for the moment, has he said anything about my friends? He's been quiet for the time being. I imagine he's preoccupied with those new machines he's working on. And in the event, I finish fixing your friend's posture control and reinforcing the structural integrity of his joints. The professor won't have any room to complain about the upgrades they've made to his creation. Thank you very much, Meister. Now at long last, the final gamble can begin. My, such a dreary face. You crafted an assortment of imposter dolls for me, taught me how to puppet them, and allowed me to take refuge here. I truly am thankful. Grandpa Jorg, I don't know how to say his name. There's no need to thank me, I haven't done much at all. And in the event, you're going to be quite busy today, aren't you? Please say we have ourselves an afternoon tea a little early in that case. That sounds splendid. Matter. I think. Matter, let's go have some tea. It will be a long day after all. Actually, it may very well be the longest day in the history of Crossbow State. Finale, Crossbow's longest day. Well, Rem was right about one thing. Same day, 3 PM. She was certainly right about being the longest day. I understand. It's unfortunate things turned out this way. We've been hearing rumors about the missing people here and there. It seems we were a bit too late to the punch this time. I can hardly believe that horrible cult has shown itself again after all these years. Arios, you were part of the team that took the cult down 6 years ago, right? You think there's a possibility that some of the cultists may have survived? Perhaps. We most certainly neutralized all the lodges, but it's possible some individual members escaped and went underground. It would likely be very easy with assistance from a criminal organization. And Ravash definitely seems like the most likely group to have covered from. How would they bother with something as risky as helping wanted cultists, though? It's hard to imagine someone as calculating as Don Marconi doing something like that. You're absolutely right. There are plenty of groups that wouldn't overlook it if they found Ravash was harboring remnants of the cult. They'd be dealing with more than just us. The church and even that nefarious society wouldn't sit still either. In that case, this must mean that we're still missing some pieces of the puzzle, some details that haven't come to light just yet. Right, we don't have time to look into it right now though. We need to focus our efforts on finding out just where the Mafia had vanished to and locate the missing persons. I'm certain if we do so, it will help us unmask the remaining members of the cult. So does that mean that you guys are okay with partnering up with us? That's right, more than okay in fact. We can't just stand idly by while some of our citizens have gone missing. Not to mention the trouble this drug can cause. Thank you so much, we really appreciate the help. Of course. Now that we're settled, we should decide how we want to split our duties. Putting aside Estelle and Joshua, what are the other members doing right now? Fortunately, Scott and Lynn don't have anything urgent to tend to, so including Estelle and Joshua, that makes 7 of us. Okay, please call everyone. I'd like to make sure we search the high priority locations before the day is over. You got it. I'll go and contact them right now. Need water. Need drink. The coordination never ceases to amaze me. The most powerful asset the Bracer Guild has in its arsenal. Never mind, has Sergei given his approval for what you're doing here? Yeah, he's already granted us permission to cooperate with you. He offered his thanks to you too, Arios. Is that so? Arios, you worked under Chief Sergei back when you were part of the Force. You were partners with my brother, right? That's right. It was Sergei, Guy, and myself. 3 of us were considered the most successful team in the history of the Force. We accomplished more than any other group, including the 1st Division. However, I quit the Force 5 years ago due to personal reasons, and with that, the team was no more. Sergei went back to the Academy, and Guy was transferred to the 1st Division. And then 2 years later, Guy was killed in the line of duty. Sometimes I think about how things might have turned out if I'd never left the Force. But I had my reasons for doing so and was resolved to see them through. Even so, I still reminisce about those days sometimes. The glory days, those handful of years I spent working alongside an eccentric boss and a hot-headed partner. To be perfectly honest, I'm jealous of your group. You are. Didn't think I'd ever hear that coming from the Divine Blade of Wind himself. For anything I'd say, we're the ones who should be jealous of the guild. Your members are free to help people however they see fit. Police have their own role to perform, just as the Bracers have theirs. If it's the guild's rule to pursue justice from outside the system, using their freedom from bureaucracy to help people, then the police's role is to pursue that same justice from within the system, burdened by the many contradictions authorities place upon them. I'm sure you've come across said contradictions more than once by this point. There's something I grappled within the past as well. Though they're often unreasonable, you may very well learn and grow from the challenge just as I did. Pursuing justice while confronting the contradictions of authority. You think my brother pursued justice the same way? Yes, I'm certain he did. In fact, it's almost likely the reason Sergei fought as hard as he did to establish the SSS. But that's enough lecturing from me for one day. You should work hard to find your own answers. Probably what Guy would have wanted to. Right. Man, that's one hell of an assignment. We're back! Estelle and Joshua. And Shizuku. What a shock. My, that outfit of yours is just adorable, Shizuku. Thank you. Hello there, everyone. It's nice to see you again, Shizuku. Now we just need Kia in here. Oh yeah, today's Shizuku's day out, isn't it? Yes, but unfortunately I had to deal with some urgent requests, so I asked Estelle and Joshua to accompany her. I apologize for putting this on you two. It's no biggie. I'm super lucky I got the chance to hang out with sweet little Shizuku. She even let me squish those adorable cheeks of her. Classic Estelle. Hey, Estelle. Come on, Estelle, you're turning into some kind of cheek-pinching old aunt. But anyway, we heard the news from Michelle. He said we were making an off-the-record alliance with the police, is that right? Yes, I'll explain more once the other members have assembled. Lloyd, I'd like for the SSS to be here for the meeting if possible. Of course. Once everyone had assembled, they reviewed the current situation. And Lloyd returned to the SSS. Okay, we'll take good care of Shizuku. Chief Sergei and Zeit are usually at the SSS building. They'll be able to keep watch, so you need to worry over her. Plus, Kia's there. They're like best friends. Right, thank you. Be a good girl and wait for me, Shizuku. Yes, father. Please be careful out there, everyone. Of course, you don't need to worry about us. Yeah, I kinda wish we weren't so short-staffed, though. She's right. Once we head out on our investigation, this place will be an open target. Are you guys really okay with this? Maybe we should have some of our members help with your investigation. Don't worry about it. Besides, you're supposed to be getting a call from that doctor about the drug's composition today, right? Leave the missing persons to us. You can start preparing for the next mission. Still a bit hard to believe we're teaming with the police. Fairly common in Riverferia, but I never thought I'd see day in Crossbow. Pleased to work with you, everyone. Oh, ma'am, the pleasure's all mine. Thanks, I appreciate it. If you run into trouble, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be sure to let you know if we learn any new information. Alright, everybody, time to go out and kick some butt. Yeah. My throat is so dry. Man, seeing all of them together there was a little overwhelming. We're all well aware of Arios' skill by now. I can see why Estelle and Joshua are the guild's rising stars. All the other members seem highly skilled as well. I'd be willing to bet everyone there was at least ranked B. Dang, it's pretty rare for so many up-and-comers like that to be all at one guild branch. This must mean that the guild is really focusing their efforts on Crossbow. Looking at it the other way, though, you could say it means they're aware of how badly the CPD has its hands tied. Yeah, we'll just have to work twice as hard to keep up in that case. Sorry, Shizuku. I suppose it's not exactly professional of us to discuss this in front of you. Oh, it's okay. I don't mind at all. Besides, I've heard my father was a police officer too a long time ago. I know there are plenty of complicated problems happening right now. But this time everybody's gonna work together to fix them, right? That's right. At the moment, though, I'd say it's more like they're helping us. Anyway, we should get you to the SSS building. Mind holding on to my hand? Okay, thank you. By the way, is Kia there? She sure is. I bet right now she's busy playing with Zeit. I'm sure she'd be delighted to have you join her. I can't wait. Alrighty, let's escort our little princess back to the castle. How nice. Same day, 5 p.m. That's silence. Ah, he's gotta be messing with us, right? Why is he so damn late? That lazy doc told us he'd call back around noon, didn't he? Yes, he did. I called the medical college, but apparently he shut himself in his lab. Perhaps he ran into trouble while analyzing the drug's composition. Or he's simply gone fishing again. Well, I don't think he'd do that to us this time, at least. You don't know that. The doctor still hasn't gotten back to you with the results? No, sir. According to St. Ursula, he's holed himself up in the lab running test after test. If things continue like this, it might be better to go talk to him face to face. Possibly. I want to know what the drug's made of before anyone else gets hurt. Before hurry to St. Ursula, leave coordinating with the guild to me. Thank you, Chief. We'll leave right away. I guess we better go catch a bus down to the medical college. Let's go. Medical college, here we come. Huh, there were quite a lot of people lined up for the bus. It's unusual for this time of day. Yes, that is peculiar. Most recent bus should have departed 5 minutes ago. Is that right? Hey buddy, the bus running late or something? Yeah, it looks that way. I've been waiting here for almost 20 minutes now, and not one bus has shown up. I should have went to Crossbow to check on Sepith, because I honestly didn't think they would let me roam around in Crossbow, but maybe we should go look at Sepith one last time. Orphan shop, basically. Why this had to happen today? Visiting hours will be over by the time I get there. Gotcha, thanks. Guess it's running late after all. You think the bus is having problems with the engine again? A likely scenario. This is Lord Banning's Special Support Section. This is Dudley, give me a status report. Oh, Roger. We were able to successfully secure the Bracer Guild's assistance. So we're indebted to Mac Lane now. Fine, at the very least we can count on them to produce results. Trying to deal with the top brass on my end. Now that they've realized the whole damn Mafia has vanished, they've gone into quite a panic. Maybe a while before I can act freely. Understood. I just remembered your division was in charge of investigating the airport. What happened with the bomb threat? There's a strong possibility the whole thing was a hoax. We scanned the entire airport with orbital detectors, but nothing was found. You think it was related to Ravash's disappearance after all? We're looking into that. Wait, you said you're at the south exit. That's suspiciously close to the airport. You're not planning to stick your nose into others' investigations again, are you? You can rest easy, sir. We're actually on the way to St. Ursula right now. We still haven't received the results of drugs composition tests, so we decided to go pay the doctor a visit as well. What, you still haven't heard back from him? I suppose I shouldn't have expected any more from rookies. You should have set an exact time he needs to contact you by. How is this our fault? Sorry, I'll have to remember that next time. No, it's not your fault. It's the stupid professor's fault. It'll be much easier to convince the top brass to take action once we found out what those pills are actually made of. So I hope this doctor of yours was able to come through for us. By the way, what's the man's name? Oh, we haven't told you yet. Dr. Joachim Gwenter. He's an associate professor of neurology and pharmacology at St. Ursula. He's only in his mid-30s, but he's managed to make quite a name for himself already. I see. Hopefully it'll mean he'll come through with proper results. But, what's wrong? Hold on just a minute. You said Gwenter, correct? Does he have blue hair, glasses, and act a bit too carefree? Yeah, it sounds like him. Have you seen that? Dudley? I met him for the first time 2 months ago. I was investigating the man who tried to assassinate the mayor during Arkansas's preview performance. The mayor's former secretary, Ernest Rice. Oh yeah, that dude. Ellie's like uncle or whatever. Wait, I honestly forgot about him. Sergei may have informed you already, but Rice was completely delirious when he took him into custody. So as a last resort, we called his physician, a man working at St. Ursula. Thanks to his help, we were finally able to question Rice. Hold on a minute, Dudley. Are you trying to tell me that it was Dr. Gwenter? That he was Ernest's... Yeah, he was the physician. At the time, I was impressed with how knowledgeable and helpful the doctor was, but... Understood. We'll see what intel we can get without tipping him off. Good plan. Anyway, try not to waste any time. I'll contact you later. What exactly happened? Why did Ernest's name come up all of a sudden? From the sound of it, there's some connection between him and Dr. Gwenter. Yeah, apparently. That can't be. Hold up. Let's think back for a bit. Remember how Ernest's strength was totally off the charts? Dude was cocky as hell too. Oh, are you gonna tell me that the drug Ernest was on that drug is what you're gonna say? Probably. Now that you mention it, it is quite similar to Gantz's case. If Ernest's attending physician was Dr. Gwenter, then... But Dr. Gwenter's administering the drug? I'll try calling the hospital's reception desk. We should make sure he hasn't gotten anywhere. Yeah, it's a good idea. Nobody's answering the phone. Doesn't seem like the line is busy either. The bus is mysteriously late. The hospital suddenly isn't responding. We discovered an unexpected connection between two people related to the case. It's all starting to seem a little too convenient, wouldn't you say? Agreed. The day's almost over. Let's hurry to St. Ursula. The day's not almost over. This is Crossbell's longest day. If we see the bus on the way, we'll flag it down and have it take us there. Right. Can I go to Crossbell first and, like, check on ordnance? Because I probably should have done that first. That's the first thing I should have done.